On the news, Governor Amosun observes iftar with top civil servants. JAMB releases 2019 UTME results. Gunmen attack luxury hotel in Pakistan. FIFA bans football agent Mino Raiola for 3 months. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Hello everyone, it's glad to have you joining us on our major news for today. My name is Idowu Fabajo, and we'll begin with the annual iftar and breaking of fast with the Ogun State Governor, Senator Ibikunle Amosun, by permanent secretaries, general managers, and auditor generals at the White House residence of the governor in Ibara Housing Estate, Abeokuta, where it was concluded that the enduring and solid foundation laid by the current administration in Ogun State will help to engender an efficient and result-oriented civil service that will drive the future developments in the state. Matthew Shomi completes the report.
The annual iftar and breaking of fast with the Ogun State Governor, Senator Ibikunle Amosun, apart from ensuring fellowship with Islamic faithful and extension of love to people of other faith in the holy month of Ramadan, has provided a good platform to do a critical appraisal of the performance of the government as the administration winds down. The last edition is being kick-started with those responsible for the smooth running of the government and the engine of development that has so far been witnessed in the last 8 years, with the breaking of fast with permanent secretaries, general managers, and auditor generals. General Manager of the Ogun State Broadcasting Corporation, Mr. Diji Akinhomi, said the media industry will eternally be grateful to the governor for the giant strides and huge investments made in the last 8 years.
I'm sure a lot has been spent on the media houses in Ogun State. Madam, we will be eternally grateful to this administration for looking in the direction of the media to pick one of us as the permanent secretary. This we are grateful for, and this we will continue to record. Not to say that, like that book, Oliver Twist, we ask for more, because we still have several brains there waiting to be tapped.
Permanent Secretary, Minister of Budgets, Alhaji Hassan Adekunle, and Chairman, Body of Permanent Secretaries, Mrs. Amokwe Shoko, declared that the governor has provided exceptional leadership and extended the frontiers of good governance in the state.
As at the last count I had between 85 and 89, and we had recently about 22, 23. So we can now imagine the number of permanent secretaries that CW Amosun CONFC has appointed within a space of 80 years. It has never happened.
We have so many that has been employed the last 8 years, and that are officers. And the last of the series is the very one we are trying to round up. That's a list of the newly appointed graduates were pasted on Tuesday. So I want to thank him for taking so many out of the job market that they have become responsible, and we believe they become responsible adults in the society.
The head of service, Engineer Larry Bisiriyu, praised the governor for repositioning the state civil service, adding that the fortune of the state has been turned around, with many investors now coming to do business in the state. Engineer Bisiriyu maintained that a solid foundation of development has already been laid, which should be built upon.
Right from the education to all the other sectors, His Excellency has made a lot of commitment, and there has been a lot of investment in those areas, building foundation for effective governance in Ogun State. In fact, I don't know how to describe the kind of determination and the zeal of His Excellency.
Responding on behalf of the governor, the Deputy Governor, Chief Mrs. Yetunde Ononuga, appreciated the civil service for providing the building block of the mission to rebuild of the government. Chief Mrs. Ononuga said nothing could have been achieved without the support of the state workforce.
I have enjoyed personally. I want to thank all of you for your cooperation. And thank you for your kind words, those of you that spoke. I have enjoyed working with you. Don't say because I was once a civil servant, but I just believe that whatever is placed in your hand, you must do it very well. And I want us all to take that home. Any responsibility that you are given, make sure you do it very well.
Prayers were offered for the governor, Ogun State and Nigeria. Matthew Shomi, Ogtv News.
No doubt, good roads network is crucial to the socio-economic growth of any society. Hence, the people of Ogun State have appreciated the efforts of the present administration's rebuilding agenda in the area of infrastructure development. Our reporter, while monitoring road projects in Abeokuta, said construction work is ongoing in all the sites visited. His report. Road infrastructure is the most important of all public assets. The present administration in Ogun State, having realized this, did not hesitate to do the needful in the area of road infrastructure. As the administration is winding down, the governor, Senator Ibikunle Amosun, has promised to work till the last day in office, as work is still ongoing at various road construction sites in Abeokuta. This is Adaton, Obantoko Road, Mokola Flyover. Work has not stopped at Onikoku Adigbe Road and Kuto Roundabout to NNPC Junction, among others. The people of these areas have this to say.
We really need it because the one they've done, I think we are seeing it's useful for the road users. We are going to have so many developments in Ogun State.
I need in fact one obioju. I will long roko won akamoto long. Nǹkan mere àìmọ̀ nǹkan ló máa wọ̀lú àtẹ̀tí rí sísìn lọ́dẹ̀ tí wọ́n lù gọ́gọ́ lọ́lọ́ba àtẹ̀tí rí.
It has benefit to our economic because if the road is not good, all the transporter they will just complain.
Àdìtẹ̀gbàsókè ti wà àdúgbò pẹ̀lú ọjà àdìta pẹ̀lú káràkátà gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa wọ àdúgbò tó máa rí ṣe àjẹṣe tó wọn àjèjì náà tó alẹ́ wọlé dé.
àní ṣàdúrà fún wọn láti níbi ẹ̀ ti pẹ́ adédúgbò tó lọ fún ti bá dáwọ́ lé wọ́n lè ti bá parí ẹ̀.
While moving around Abeokuta metropolis, Ogtv News crew cited the state governor, Senator Ibikunle Amosun, monitoring all ongoing projects. Idowu Fabajo. The Federal Road Safety Corps Ogun State Sector Commander Clement Oladile has issued a warning to motorists to refrain from driving against traffic. He stated that anyone caught will be booked for dangerous driving with a fine of 50,000 naira. He, however, urged drivers not to drive recklessly and check their vehicles properly before they embarked on any journey. FRSC personnel are complemented by sister traffic military personnel to manage the traffic situation. The Minister of Transportation, Mr. Rotimi Amechi, has ordered the Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) to re-evaluate its existing assets at the Apapa ports to create space for the proposed Apapa rail station. Amechi said this while inspecting the site for the proposed station, which is part of the ongoing Lagos-Ibadan Standard Gauge Rail project in Lagos. According to him, after inspecting the site, the railway property at Apapa actually calls for an audit to know which of the property is still on lease as well as those whose lease has expired. Speaking on issue hindering the use of the rail to transport cargo to the Apapa port, the minister said only the standard gauge lines could be used to increase the volume of cargo that could be transported daily. The minister said that work was going on the Jibo and Austin bridges that would be demolished. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has released the results of 1,792,719 candidates out of over 1.8 million who sat for the 2019 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examinations in April. Announcing the results in Abuja, the JAMB Registrar, Professor Ishak Olede, said 34,120 results were withheld, including the results of 15,145 candidates, which were being further clarified as identical twins and siblings. He explained further that 59,667 candidates were absent during the exams. The board stated that the UTME, which was conducted between April 11 and 17, 2019 across the 36 states, and the FCT was painstaking, describing it as a success story. The Nigerian Copyright Commissioner says it is set to introduce part of its intervention plans to schools in its attempt to checkmate the supply chain of pirated copies of books. The Director General of the Commission, Mr. John Hussain, disclosed this in Lagos. According to Hussain, the menace of piracy, especially in the book industry, is worrisome, adding that such intellectual theft must be matched with decisive measures. Hussain stated that books were the major things coming in through the ports, unlike music and audiovisual materials that are mainly online. He explained that books still had to come in physically, saying that the commission was given those that would want to repent the opportunity to begin to think of new businesses. He said the Nigerian Copyright Commission would no longer allow things to be business as usual. The challenge of downward trend of employability of Nigerian graduates is worrisome in the labor market, owing to the incapability and inefficiency of majority of the graduates. In this special report, Peter Falomo takes a look at unemployability rate of the Nigerian future leaders, some of the causes and possible solutions to the challenge. His report.
Unemployment challenge in Nigerian society has been a continuous outcry, which no doubt has been having adverse effect on the nation's economy, with unemployable youths on the increase. Economic performance over the years has since not been able to translate into opportunities for majority of the graduates as a result of being half-baked, thereby rendering them unemployable. Some Nigerians share their opinion on the causes of the decline of standard of university products.
We have placed our premium so much on certificates without looking at the man behind or the owner of the certificate. But then when it comes to the real issue of getting them employed, the employers of labor are shouting and they are making noise that these children, these our youth, they are not employable.
Given license to people that actually have money, but you don't have the pedagogical skills in education. So definitely, it is much important to realize that the kind of graduates that will be actually coming out of such university, they won't be competent enough.
In view of the challenge, respondents speak on the enormous negative effects of unemployment of the graduates.
I blame the system because education in Nigeria is being underfunded. What percentage of our annual budget goes into ensuring that we have facilities in our universities, we have laboratories, equipment, and all of that? How many lecturers get full sponsorship to undergo training? All these are very important.
In the school, some students were packaged. They didn't even pass. They just push them. At the end of the day, when they come out, they are not even baked. They are not baked at all.
What then should the stakeholders in the education sector do to ensure a restoration of the falling standard?
The National University Commission, the SUBEB, the Teaching Service Commission, the Ministry of Education, all of them, they should do more into looking deeply into those that were bringing out.
The government, first of all, has to do the needful, do all they are supposed to do, and then lecturers have to be motivated, our laboratories have to be equipped, and then you will see that, what looks like a miracle.
Let the government fund research work. Let them tailor the curriculum of our nation to the general needs of what we need to grow, to develop and become industrialized.
They added that the nation's economy policy makers should ensure that priority is given to allocation of funds to human capacity building, which has a high leverage of its social and economic development. Peter Falomo, Ogtv News.
We'll go on a break now. When we return, we'll bring you more news and reports. To join us later. We're glad to have you back. If you're just joining us, you're watching the main news on Ogtv. Small and medium-scale enterprises play a vital role in reduction of unemployment in any society. But with inadequate power supply, this sector of the Nigerian economy has been adversely affected. Stakeholders lament the negative effect erratic power supply has had on entrepreneurship. Ife Shuluade's report is presented in this package.
Small and medium-scale enterprises, being a sector with the highest employment of labor in Nigeria, has faced great challenge in investment, production and motivation from the unfriendly business climate in the country. Most importantly is poor electricity supply, which to a large extent determines the growth and death of businesses, especially those that rely solely on power usage.
Power is life when it comes to economic development, when it comes to industrial development. So really, for any nation, it is imperative that a nation should take power as a priority and not alternative to anything at all. Because it affects you and I.
Because a lot of the money that will have generated capital for low and medium businessmen, of which we people are, has gone to electricity.
If you want the economy to move forward and for businesses to thrive and for us to compete effectively globally, whatever we are manufacturing, whatever we are doing, whatever we are producing, even in terms of services, power is key and it cannot be compromised.
Experts say electricity access and costs, being the major challenge across Nigerian business landscape, has greatly caused the additional costs entrepreneurs incur on their products and services.
The alternative which we have had to achieve through cost is going to impact on the overall production cost of your product, and then it's going to affect the market price of your product.
We have so many conflicting priorities, and I believe power should be one. If you solve problem of power, you have solved almost 60% of all the challenges that Nigeria have, including development, including great initiatives that will propel and move our economy forward.
They, however, submitted that government should provide the enabling environment for businesses to thrive, as this would have positive effect on the economy and subsequently reduce unemployment in the country.
Away from the shores of the country, now fighting erupted in Hong Kong's legislature over planned changes to the law, allowing suspects to be sent to mainland China for trial. Several lawmakers were injured and one was taken to hospital as politicians clashed in the chamber. Critics believe the proposed switch to the extradition law would erode Hong Kong's freedoms, but authorities say they need to make the change so they can extradite a murder suspect to Taiwan. Still on the horizon, several gunmen have stormed a five-star hotel in the rest of Pakistan province of Balochistan. Firing continues at the Pearl Continental Hotel in the port city of Gwanda, the focal point of a multi-billion-dollar Chinese project. Most guests at the hotel, popular among foreign tourists and business people, have been evacuated. One security guard has been killed. The separatist Balochistan Liberation Army said it was behind the attack. The militant group said it had targeted Chinese and foreign investors. And now into the world of sport, top seed Novak Djokovic reached a third Madrid Open final by beating Dominic Thiem in a Greenland semi-final. Djokovic 31 won 7-6, 7-6 in 2 hours and 24 minutes, securing a first clay court final for the season 2 weeks before the French Open. Austrian Thiem, the runner-up in the previous 2 Madrid finals, led by a break in both sets, but world number 1 Djokovic fought back to win. He will play Rafael Nadal or Stefanos Tsitsipas in the final. Still in the world of sport, Paul Pogba's agent Mino Raiola has been given a 3-month ban from football activity by FIFA's disciplinary committee. Raiola was banned on Wednesday by the Italian Football Federation, and FIFA has now extended the sanctions to have worldwide effect. The ban begins immediately and will end after the English summer transfer window closes. Raiola represents various high-profile players, including Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And now let's quickly take a look at the weather forecast for Sunday. And let's remind you again that attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. That's all we have for you on our major news for today. Many thanks to you for watching. Do have a lovely night rest. Bye for now.